What is up, guys? It's your boy Kids coming back to you guys with another video into hot topic discussions. And this one I want to jump right into by just saying it's about abortion. So just straight out of the gate, just for fun, just to summarize, like people that are, for abortion will normally say one of two things. Is either, because they want women's rights, autonomy of body, having the ability to choose what happens with your body, this, that, and the other, or they deny the fact that the baby is alive. They literally say the baby isn't alive, or the fact that it's inside of the womb, it technically then isn't alive because of some like philosophical, logical premise or whatnot. And then people that are against abortion generally say the same statement across the board. Like, we're against abortion because scientists have said that at the moment of fertilization, the cell is alive and therefore a living human. And scientists are completely in agreement on this. There's no debate inside of the scientific world. The only debate really is between people and the law that jurisdictions of each state and like countrywide where people are allowed to have abortions and or not, and like the laws pertaining to that. So basically, I'm someone that is against abortion. I don't think it should be legal, but literally for the same statement that every other person says, scientists say that it's alive once it's fertilized, which would happen inside of the first couple weeks or something. So it's just what it is. Like, probably the most difficult part of having a discussion about abortion is that most of the time it's completely surface level. Like, I'll literally go, hey, it's alive, and then the person will either respond with oh, well, you're just telling me what I can and can't do with my body, restricting my human right of autonomy of body, or they respond with, no, it's not alive. And sometimes I've gotten locked into these weird ass debates with people where I'm literally just okay, this is a scientific fact. The baby is alive at the moment of fertilization. It is a human child. And it's just that's a fact. And they just sit there and they're like, no, it's not. And I'm just dude, just fucking Google it. I'm dude, no. And what really happens is you can't have any type of productive conversation with a lot of people that just have the strong opinion on abortion. Literally, the only really interesting part of talking about abortion is what we should do about it. Once you accept that it is a life, that we are killing a life, the only real question to ask is okay, well, should that be legal? And in what situations should there be? Some of the best questions I've had from people that go okay, well, it's alive, so what happens when someone gets raped? Then what? It's what would you do there? You know what I mean? And it's the moment we're okay, that's an interesting philosophical question about morality and what we should actually do about that. You know what I mean? But most people, it's just completely surface level. You just go it's alive, we shouldn't kill it. And they're just no, it's not. And then the other stupid one, and I don't mean to be rude to people, but the other stupid one is literally the idea that it's well, it's about women's rights. And it's okay, well, if the baby's alive and the other person's alive, that means we're saying it's literally the right for the mother to murder the child versus the right for the child to be alive. It's literally should the mother be able to legally murder her child, or should the child legally be able to live? And it's literally just so that's a self-answering question. Clearly we don't murder babies. That's just not something that society should ever be okay with. And an interesting fun fact to tack on to the idea of abortion is, factually speaking, abortion is the largest genocide in human history that is still happening. It is literally happening today. Someone is getting one today. You know what I mean? And it literally has taken the most lives of any genocide in human history, which is just a mass murder of a group of people. And it's happening to babies. So it's you know what I mean? I'm so down to have a conversation about abortion, about the more difficult morality questions where someone's okay, it's a living thing. It is murder technically. There's no laws that prevent it. So if we stick all these laws onto it, the fear is landslide. It's one law and then another law and then another law, and then all of a sudden women don't have rights. You know what I mean? It's basically that is the fear. And it's a justifiable fear because we've seen that happen inside of government systems throughout history. Slow landslide of rights being taken away. And we're in, an authoritarian 8 years worth of extremism government. Whatever. That's a whole different topic. Biden seems fine. Whatever. Maybe talk about politics some other time. And well, I guess that's actually partially interesting because the idea of abortion has been heavily politicized. Where, you know, one difficult thing is on the left side, you'll literally like see people sharing memes and all this shit about like directly saying the baby isn't alive. Why do you care? Like, you know what I mean? And it's literally like that's not factually accurate. That's what Republicans do. Like Republicans just lie about facts. You know what I mean? Like not Democrats. Like y'all can't be doing that shit. You know, that's how I feel about it as a person. Like I just want, you know, the depoliticization of the idea of abortion because it's literally just a factual stance. You know, also like the de-religion side of it, like if you look at the facts of it, it's like you don't have to be like, one funny thing I've had is like people are like, oh, you're just a Christian, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like I don't have to be a Christian to be like, don't murder babies. Like I like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like I've had that conversation too, and that is just, you know, it's just such an intrinsically interesting issue because of the way it gets warped in society to be not the actual issue. Like the actual issue is that legally speaking, you can murder babies if you want, like whenever. Like you literally just pay out $700 and, you know, like just fucking, you got to murder a baby legally. Like that's fucked up, but like it's a complete fact. So it's just like, it's an awkward place to be as a country. I don't know. It's one of those difficult topics. Hopefully I laid it out well enough, and I hope you guys enjoying the day. And if you have any parts that you want to like, you know, argue about, feel free. Like it's one of those topics where like I'm mostly like heavily leaning Democratic. So it's just like one of those funny ones where like I'm in all these groups and I'm just like, dude, like I literally got banned from a Democratic socialist group because I kept talking about abortion when they would post stuff. And I would literally be like, yo, like this is literally just wrong. And then I got banned from the thing. Like it's just what it is. So I hope you guys enjoy the day. And I am growing my wilderness man beard. It's turning out okay so far.